Hello and welcome. I'm Wolfgang and these are my monthly quick tips. Now, if you look at my YouTube channel, you may be wondering, man, this guy's put out a lot of videos in the last 2 months. Why? Well, to be honest, I've been down in sand. I just seem to can't handle what is going on in the world anymore. I don't know about you, but is it my age? Or am I just becoming oversensitive or becoming a bit old man? I don't know. I've never seen such an abundance of hatred, issues, greed, and kind of a basic lack of ethics amongst people. And you know where I noticed it? In what I see just walking past the television, what I see when I walk past a newsstand in newspaper headlines, what comes into my email inbox every day, and on the roads, just how people drive. And you know what, I mostly notice it amongst friends, and how everyone seems to pull back and live their own lives. It appears no one has time for anyone anymore. Look, I'm not pointing fingers. I too am guilty of this. Let me not beat around the bush here. Before I know it, the week's over, and I haven't even blinked once. You know, then I look at my wife and I quiz her on a Friday night, well, shouldn't we invite someone over? Or just go out for dinner or do something? And guess what? In the end, we go to bed early as we're just too exhausted to do anything else. Does that sound familiar? Is it just me? What do you say? Now, you know, the reality is, between keeping one's head above the water, cleaning the house, paying the tax man, and keeping the kids happy, life just passes one by. And on top of it, it will appear that the politicians seem to be having a field day in the world today, irritating the living crap out of everyone when you just look at the posts on Facebook and all the issues that people are writing and speaking about. And here I sit, in the middle of this. No wonder I dive off into my little TV studio and shoot videos and try to help others, hoping to bring a smile on someone's face or just to inspire them with words of wisdom. If anything, when I am down, I have to admit, it inspires me to remain optimistic and share as much fun and inspiration as I can. Now, besides helping others, it's actually also a great therapy for me to get out of my rut. I hope that makes sense. But then again, days only so long that one can lock oneself up and try and avoid the outside world. That's also reality. Sooner or later, it catches up with you. So now, I'm again faced with that ever-annoying question. What now? I've been thinking long and hard at how I can cope with my internal conflicts. And in fact, this morning, I put a post on my personal Facebook page that I'm, in a sense, despondent, as all I do is I go out and inspire people as a professional speaker and try and keep them optimistic. Yet daily, it appears the world and people are becoming more materialistic, more selfish, and more hateful. It makes me want to go and hide on an island somewhere. Believe it or not, you know, I too need a place to vent. However, the reality is that as much as I kick against the system, I've come to realize there are those that are more than happy in it, and most probably have a much more inner peace than I will ever have. So, in a sense, who am I to judge? Do you know, in the end, I have to accept my lot in life and decide what I want to do with it. You see, we come back to that mature intellectual debate of having to accept that you and you alone are responsible for your mood, your experiences, and your achievements in life. I say that and I realize I need to get out of my own way. What about you? So, the last few weeks, I decided I hate small talk. I want to talk about atoms. I want to talk about death, aliens, sex, magic, intellect, the meaning of life, past life regression, faraway galaxies, life on Mars, music that moves me, why people believe what they do, what makes fundamentalists tick, my flaws, your flaws, my favorite smells, my youth. How is your childhood different from mine? What keeps you up at night? What makes you scared? And what makes you happy? You see, I have decided that I like people with depth. Those who actually speak what they feel with emotion, with authenticity, and who are prepared to tackle the topics and debate the issues all these politically correct weasels don't want to tackle. I like someone who is a bit warped, they're a bit twisted, and they push the boundaries. You see, I'm tired of the boring rut and rat race. What about you? You know, saying yes to happiness is also very much about saying no to people and things that stress you out. Think about that. And no, I don't believe I am the only creative person on the planet. In fact, if anything, I believe each and every one, and especially you, is immensely creative. You see, just some people haven't identified their passion and that which makes them tick. However, when it comes to creativity, and when you have identified your own fire in life, believe me, I realize that one becomes easily bored in life. In fact, one also likes taking risks. One thinks with one's heart. One makes so many mistakes. One stays clear of the rules for the masses. It's not for you. In fact, one works independently and one is somewhat eccentric. One dreams big. One believes that fun is a natural human right. I always believed that. You see, so I started making a few new promises to myself in my life in the last few weeks. I am now only going to show my authentic self to others. If you don't like it, that's your problem, not mine. However, by being authentic myself, I am creating the space for you to be authentic too. This doesn't mean we have to be aligned in our opinions and agree on everything in life, but it does mean we are free to express ourselves and to share openly and honestly with each other. You see, if we click, that's awesome, that's the bonus. If we don't, well, at least we don't lead a false friendship. Secondly, I will not give a second thought to people that aren't happy with me. You see, because I believe they probably aren't happy with themselves either. Ever thought about it like that? In fact, today I just feel sorry for them. If you're constantly jealous of the achievements of others, then I seriously think you need to do some internal searching and spend less time moaning about what others have achieved, and use that time instead to start building on some of your own achievements. Surely that makes sense. You know, my dad always taught me to keep quiet if you don't have anything nice to say. Difficult, but strange. I've been really quiet lately. But you know what? Also much happier for it. Now, I realize that I don't have to give feedback or make comments on every issue out there. You know what? Sometimes it's just better to shut up. Someone once told me, it was quite a while ago, that when you're arguing with an idiot, Always make sure you are not the idiot. Makes you think, huh? I've also suddenly realized, and I think this is the biggie of this video, and the one take-home value that I want you to, or the message I want you to take, is the easiest way to solve a problem, listen carefully, is to stop participating in it. Hello? Do you know that every moment can be a memory? So why do you want to spend moments in anguish, stress, and complaining? You see, I will not give the opportunity of creating magical moments away to others who try and ruin them. The power lies with me and with me alone to create my own life story. At the end of it all, I remain responsible for the moments I've created. So do you. You see, every 60 seconds that you spend in anger and hatred is another minute of happiness that you've robbed yourself of. Whew, powerful thought, huh? That's the kind of stuff I think of when I sit on my own and ponder the things around me. And lastly, I have had enough of politicians who keep on attempting to blame everyone for the atrocities of past political parties and what they have done. You know, I coined a quotation on my own. It says, nobody has the right to make you responsible for the actions of your forefathers. You live here and now today. You are only responsible for your life here, now, and today. You didn't choose to be born into the world, the religion, the culture, and the society that you are in today. So no one, let me repeat, no one has the right to judge you for anything anyone except you did in the past. I seriously think if more people understood this, accepted this, and lived in the moment, and didn't judge everyone and anyone they meet based on the past preconceptions, whew, how the world would change. In fact, we would do so overnight. Something we should maybe all do. Try and do. So I leave you with this thought. Stop being affected by what others say and do. Rather, you be the change agent that changes the way those others act and behave. You be the one that remains positive, ethical, and understanding. You be that person that everyone speaks of and queries why they are always objective, fair, ethical, and stand up for what is right. Because only then can you and I start changing the world for the better. You see, it's all about leading by example, walking your talk, being what you want to be, not what others want to see. Be decent and change the world. Most of all, never ever give up. From me, Wolfgang, thanks for listening to my rantings. Change your life for the better. Until next time, cheers.